Good afternoon, one and all. You can see I've whacked out my my Claude for the moment. I'm implementing a system logger, which is to say, I designed a tool that's going to take all my errors, all my messages, all my logging, and throw them in the database. Which means I had to go through and clean up a lot, because AI likes to put in comments everywhere, and it puts in a lot of garbage stuff. One of the things I despise, or I'm not a huge fan of, okay, we'll say despise, whatever, is I don't like affirmative or successful comments. Now, there's only two types of comments or two types of errors and messages I find useful. One, errors, errors, bugs, problematic situations, which aren't necessarily bugs, but it's like there's times when you're like, okay, well, I guess they are, but all the examples I'm thinking of probably are technically bugs, but one could be like, maybe you call this thing twice. Everything works, everything does what it's supposed to, we don't get any replication, but it's not performance, so it's kind of a bug, right? It's bad to redo things unnecessarily. But there's other situations that are kind of iffy. But either way, only when things happen that need to be addressed. I don't need something to tell me, hey, we called this, it worked. Okay, great. Now we're just cluttering my log. Thanks for putting that in there. And the other thing is informational, like variables, any kind of text, any kind of values that get set during the course of a call. And of course the function or method, whatever we're in. And by tracking those items, whenever I have a trace, well, basically what I do is I build up a trace log. So it's basically when a call comes in, we say this is the user, and it starts tracking where we are. Okay, so it's like, we've got a trace log here, trace log there, trace log, so at each point we're getting information, we're storing information. And then if an error occurs, that stuff gets written to the database. And then I can tell what happened, the path at which it was happening, and what values were passed in the process. Usually on the last step, but how we got there and what user got there. So if I have somebody out in my user base, which is having an error, an issue. If an error occurred, they could, they give me their user ID and I can go look in the database. I can also just do, my own. I can also just do my own research. Go in. I have a plan to build a panel. I haven't built it yet. That'll just let me I have an admin website already that is built, but I haven't built one for the system logger yet. That lets me just kind of say, okay, pull all the errors, show me the user ID and what's the error. And then I can look at it and go, okay, well, let's research this a little bit, step through the code. And that way I keep opening the wrong panel here. This is what happens when you try to do too many things at the same time. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not even on the right string. Let's make sure I'm doing the right bit here. So let's change my game, which is not really a game right now. Doing some development work. And then we'll change my title. Let's see. So I'm trying to think of some clever ways to put ads in my app. And I don't even know if that's allowed. I don't know if you're allowed to be clever with ads. I don't know how Google does ads, what ads you can put in there. I don't know how clever you can be. It may just be you have to have certain places where it happens. What I might do, what I'm thinking about is doing it at halftime, or maybe even at the end of probably halftime. I don't want it to be too frequently. So if a game is running, maybe at halftime you'll get an ad. Unfortunately, it means you have to interact with the visual. But what I'll probably do is, if it's on, usually there won't be ads if you bought the full version, but it's only for like the AI only local mode that would run in the event that you are just playing on the free mobile version. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to think. I was thinking maybe stick them in at the end of ads or at the end of half. Games run a little bit longer. I'm not planning to have a free, what do you call it, a skip sim. So I hope people don't hate me for that. I don't think that's the way football management should work. If you don't like your team enough to watch them, then you shouldn't be you shouldn't be a manager of a football team. Now, granted, yes, these aren't real players and they aren't real things, but stuff is happening on that field, and you should want to be able to see what happens with your players running on the field and doing it. Now, ideally, I can make enough visually appealing look, but we'll see. That's all down the line. Right now, let's just get it all functional and working off of everything. And I want to be able to give as much information as I can, so you can see what I want to have enough feedback that says certain stats are doing stuff. Yes, it's happening in the background. All the stats, all the features, all the boons and calculations and boons and bonuses that can happen. They should kind of be obvious. I want to say obvious or interpretable by the user. I would like to maybe even like provide some of that information, like when did this trigger? When did that happen? Something maybe in the game logs, you can kind of look and kind of go, oh, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. Now you know what things are happening in the app. I think it's kind of useful. I don't know. I'd like to be able to do that. Track when a particular boon or feature or whatever triggered, so you know that it's not just nonsense in the background. Stuff is happening. It's not just random number generation. You never know when a game is just random number generating, right? I feel like a game. I don't know. I mean, I know computers are fast, but you got a lot of stuff that has to happen in a game, and I feel like certain things would be slower. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I'm doing it, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's not. It is fast. It doesn't take any time at all. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm building my game board. So, oops. Wait, what? Wait, somebody's missing their logo. Why is my logo not showing? Visitor logo panel. Why? Wait, what? Why is this one not showing? Something's not right. Where is it at? Hello? Let's just maybe. Oh, he's like off screen. What the heck? There we go. I did finally get that working. I finally got loading these up. So now I figured, now that it's loading, is it just me or does that one look smaller to you? Smaller. Why is 150? Oh, it is smaller. How the heck is it smaller? I can't really tell its height. 996639. Oh, they have a different aspect ratio. Holy moly. Why isn't that just one? Now they should be the same, right? Height controls width. Height controls width. I mean, they weren't that far off, but it looks, my eyes are playing games with my 151. Yeah, now they're the same. Same width anyway. I assume their height is the same. All right. So I have my clock there. That's the main game clock. But I'm gonna keep this one is gonna be the quarter. What is this one? The quarter and play clock. Let's see. There's different ways to hit this, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing. I'm trying to come up with a good layout. I mean, to be honest, I've been getting some ideas from, you know, all of the professional online, what do you call it? The people have been doing this for a while with their expert design folk. ESPN, NFL score. Let's see what they do. Is that an ESPN one? Look at this one. Oh, there's a whole bunch of scoreboard. What the heck? There's a whole bunch of them there, man. That's crazy talk. I guess if I want to just get a bunch of ideas, here you go. There you go. There's a whole bunch of them. See, some of them don't give you very much information. I like the ones that give you a lot of information. See, some are just single line, nice and clean. You got New England and Seattle. Fourth. So that one puts the quarter before the time, 3rd and 1, but there's no game clock. This one does a game clock right there. This one has like New England, Raiders. It's funny how the one I'm looking at is also New England Raiders. Oh, maybe it's not New England Raiders. What is my son? Oh, I have a different one that's NBC, I think. That's New England and the Chargers. But this one's the Rams and the Patriots, and they have a lot of them put the quarter before the time. Hey Nintendo, how you doing, man? It's been a minute. I don't know that I've talked to you since what? Before the Super Bowl? Has it been that long? Has it been a couple months already since you last graced me with your presence? All right. So I'm thinking, I just want to make sure I have all the time. Where are your millions? What are you guys doing over there? Who's yelping? Why are you guys yelping? All right, so I'm just trying to think where I want to put my quarter. Millions? Why did you sign up for the lotto? Quarter. Where do I want to put the quarter? I do like the idea that it's Huh. No, I'm gonna try and do it this way. Millions. Millions of what? Where are your millions? Your millions. Your millions of something. Quarter. Play clock. Panel. And then we're gonna go. We'll call this one the play clock. TMP. Let's create another one. Call it the quarter TMP. Hey, bot, how's it going? Dollars. Whew, someone else here. You know, I would really like to have a million myself. So if you know where they are, let me know. Let me know if I'll go get mine too. Because I can certainly use them. If I zoom in on this so I can see it better. Ah, much better. I can actually see what I'm looking at. Let's go with left. And let's go left. Left stretch. Then we'll go over here. I'm going to change my go over here on the right and reduce. There we go. Yeah, I'll do 41 there too. I like consistency. Oh, it's not really that accurate though. All right, we'll just try 0.5. What if I do 0.5 here? Will that do? So I go farther away. Nope, it goes farther away. It's be like 0.5. Yeah, there we go. I could sure. I need to find a millionaire who wants a football game to be developed, and wants to pitch in and help me do it. Whoa, what is going on with these? I don't know, I'll say 100 width. And you know what? I'm going to keep it a little from the side. We'll say and then we'll put one over here. And we'll say we'll do 100 there too. And we'll say first, and we'll do 100. All right, and then we probably don't want anything here. 0, 0. Same with that one. 0, 0. Now this one should probably have some kind of an odd background, which of course is going to be problematic because I don't have an odd background. Arrgh. Arg! Can't put a background on a text field because text fields are stupid. Ah, ah, ah. Endless amounts of money. That would be a quick way to not be a billionaire anymore. I could see you doing it once. So I used to do this with my kids. And I don't know. Some people would say it's a good idea. Some people would say it's mean. I don't know. I used to, I used to, like if I had cash in my pocket, like $5 or something when they were little, I would test my kids. I would just start asking each one of them to do something. And the first one that said yes would get the $5. I didn't tell them there was anything going, any negative, any positive, any results for doing it. I would just say, I need you to do this. You know, like, I want you to go take the trash out right now. And they would go, blah, 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 blah. And I said, all right, I'll go ask your brother. And I'll go ask your brother. Nope. All right, I'll ask your other brother. Go ask your sister. And she'll go, and she goes, okay. Say, all right, here you go. Here's $5. Thank you. She takes the garbage out and made $5. All she had to do was say yes. You know, it's all about getting people to start thinking in terms of. It was my idea was to try to get them in thinking in terms of. You know, sometimes you just do stuff. You never know if there's going to be a reward, but sometimes it's just do it. Just answer the question and. There's going to be a lot more times where doing something for someone is beneficial than there is going to be times doing something for them is going to be negative. So even if it only happened once in 10 times, that's one more time than all the people who said no 10 times. So you're getting something. So you only had to do it for nothing 9 times, but everybody else didn't do it at all and got nothing. So now, my kids had chores, and I was always harping on them to do it. But sometimes I would just try little things to try to give them surprise motivational. Yeah, Mrs. Bot. You mean the bot? The no bot. So what you been up to lately, Nintendo? We haven't chatted in a while. Talk to me, man. What's the latest with you? Negative 100, 100. Stretch right. Stretch right. And 100. 100. Should I go something like a orange? It's not really orange. What did I pick? Crimson? I usually pick crimson. Yep, crimson. There is orange. I don't know. That's not a bad. I think that's actually pretty good. I might just stick with that. Okay, so that's the play clock. Got first quarter, 15 minutes. I want to do what a lot of these things do. And I want to stick in my logo. Why not? The logo's cool, man. Let's do it. I think it's a cool logo. So we'll go back up here, application identity. Oh, actually I have it in here already. Already in here. That one's pretty small. That might work because I need it to be pretty small. That might be too small. How big is that? Oh, it's 432. I guess it isn't that small. All right, we'll go with that. So that's the quarter and play clock. We need to put it inside of the game clock. I wonder if it would be... I'll have to play with where I want this. Also, I'm going to need a panel for the team, visiting team. New. Let's go. Panel. And this will be the visiting team dash panel. And then we'll have to add the percent rec transform, and then we're going to go from the top and then from the bottom, then from the left, then from the right. And for now, we will make that disappear, barring it looking weird. All right, and then we have to have, oh, actually that's the wrong one. Oh, that should be home team panel, because the home is on the left. There we go. Now I got to create visiting team one. That will be visiting team panel. And this one has to go the other way, right to there, and left to there. Okay, now this one is going to have in it, oops, did I not? Oh, gotta remember to hit enter on this. Then this one's going to have a text mesh pro. We'll call it home team AVR. It's a little risky setting the size. I want my clock bigger, but these are as big as I can go. If I go bigger than that, I am going to have a problem. I definitely need my logo in there to suck up some space. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into my game clock. We will add another image. FCL. And then this one goes here. Oh, I didn't even realize that's not a That's why that looks so weird to me. It's gigarmous. Why? Oh, that's not good. Can I crop it in here? I didn't realize I made this so weird. Why did I make it so weird? That's such a bizarre thing. Oh, I know why. Oh, I can't change that. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I know why it's so big. It's dumb. It's, um, it's an application icon, and when the game loads up and boots, this is the one I want to use. When the game loads up and boots, it shows that, but all of those logos that are there when you start are used throughout the app, and they need to be like a quarter of the size of the actual image because it cuts off a bunch of junk in play. What are you doing, you weirdo? She's fighting with her tail. she's, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna bite you, you dang tail. Anyway, so yeah, it's like they have to be really small because of all of the places it gets cut. And if you want your whole image to show up, it has to be a very small percentage of the logo. So you can't really edit them except for where it's already full. That's what this is. All right, so we're going to go here. Let's try that one. Oops, wait, what? Oh, that's supposed to be a single. Why did that say? All right, let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Now, you'll notice I've been using this rect transform. This is a function I wrote. It allows, oh, well, that's weird. It takes and applies a percentage position on the screen. The purpose of which, oh wait, do I need that on here? Actually, this one I might not need it. Never mind. But I'm using it for some things, like these circles. These little, some of the outer parts have to be percent rect transform. This image doesn't need to be percent rect transform though. So that's a thing. Let's try it again. All right. So we're gonna go top. Should I go top center and push the clock down? Actually, let's go left. Let's just see what it looks like if I go left. And then stretch top. No. I do want it to stay kind of its native percent size. So we're going to go aspect ratio. And we'll say height controls width. I don't know if it was a 1 to begin with, but we'll leave it at that. All right. I'll just say 50. No. 100? Sure, 100. Okay. Now we'll put the game clock. We'll say, okay, if its width is 225, let's say 230, just because it gives me a little bit more room. And we'll say 165. Nope. Because that should be middle right. Now it's negative 165. All right, so I can actually the thing is, I can't make this bigger without making that bigger. What happens if I shrink? Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. Why? Oh, I think these need to be auto size. Oh, they need to be auto size. Boo! Boo! Boo, I say. Now, what happens when I go down? Kind of fits, but because of the fixed, oh god, because of the fixed this is what happens. Oh, I tell you. It's because of the fixed pixels that are distanced from the sides. This is why I hate. Have I mentioned how much I hate this rec transform stuff? Because it's all pixel based. Just so irritating. All right, so let's change this. Let's just. All right, so my top and bottom are going to drive it, and we're going to say we're going to go 0.1 and 0.9. Wait, where am I? What are you doing, you weirdo? What's going on? What are you doing? And then we're going to go and then I can't do these here, so we're going to have to do something the same. So that means 0, 0. Let's see how that works. And then we're going to go, so I want to do 0.5 maybe. Sure. We're going to go 0.5 and 0.9. See what that does. It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and go just a little more. Let's take this to 6. Oh, nope, too much. There you go. 0.9 might be a bit much too. Let's go ahead. Go 9.1. Not gonna give me much more. Let's see, does that help? Yeah, see now my clock kind of stayed usable. That's the thing. You got to make them stay usable. So my FCL logo, which is, by the way, terribly too small. Terribly too small? Is that a thing? So we need to do something similar for my logo. We need to make that bigger and more in its zone. So we're going to go 0.2. That's the image itself. I can't really adjust the image itself. We're going to go 0.05. 0.95. that's actually not bad. It's actually really pretty good. It's a little bit big, but maybe I'll go to 3. And 6. We gotta do something similar with the clock. The clock needs to be slightly bit larger. Alright, let's go 9.5. No, 9.0. Five. I apparently don't have, I'm trying to figure out, I want to push it up, but what am I doing wrong here? So the max. I keep pushing it down. What am I doing? Don't want to push it down. I want to push it the other way. There you go. So that kind of pushed it up. All right, so now let's go ahead and fix the clock. And we're going to need to go a little bit more. So that's probably, so I need to go a little wider. So we're going to go max. Give myself some more space there, and then we're going to go 0.6. And then 9.6. I gave it more room, but the text didn't get bigger. It is quite tiny, but the FTL logo doesn't look very well there, does it? It looks okay here, but doesn't look okay in the tiny one. I think it's because it's, I wonder if it's because it's not a low res image at that point. So it's like getting overly pixelated or overly compressed. It's having trouble with the compression because that doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, man. What's going on? I'm not impressed. All right, so we're gonna go home logo, home team, visitor logo, visiting team. But this one needs a text. Text Mesh Pro should be visitor name TMP. And that's because I'm putting two things in here. I need to have, I want to put, I want to put in another TMP. This will be home record TMP. And then a new one in here. visitor record. I like. Oh, you know what? I may have to come up with a. My brain is on overdrive here as I try to fix these things. All right, so game clock we're gonna set. No, not game clock. This is play clock. These two guys need to be set to auto size, but it's got to be in here. Play clock, auto size, quarter, auto size. There we go. Now my panel. Now the panels themselves, this guy's going to have to adjust. So we're going to go min, max, 0.9, or let's go 0.05. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, suck. All right, that's fine. Just can't put it there. Let's say 3. Oops, going the wrong way. It's gonna have to be 7. Yeah, I'll try it. Too much. Oh, I know what the problem is. Am I doing panel? I'm doing panel. Actually, I guess that's probably fine. Let's go 6. And then my image, it should just be stretch. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Goes right into the middle. All right, so let's see how it looks. Much better, much better. All right, things are staying in their supposed spots this time. Woohoo! Although I'm not sure I'm putting this guy in the right place. What's he doing? He's actually still basing himself on pixels. It's probably not very consistent. Let's go with 0 and oh yeah, but he's based on that's fine. Let's go so. Let's push him out to 2. Let's see what 2 does. That's a little better. Okay. Now, what do we look All right, we're good. All right, so got my play clock. I've got, all right, so now I got to apply some text changes to the home team abbreviations. And we'll just go with, we'll go with the same scoreboard large because maybe, do I have a different scoreboard? Did I make a scoreboard small or scoreboard regular or scoreboard normal? I don't know. I don't know if I even created a scoreboard normal. No, I did not. See, the thing is, as I am going with auto size, which I think you can't even set on this. Okay, so yeah, by doing that, I actually override it. Okay, then that's fine. I think I can live with that. So I can go to my home team abbreviation and I'll just set this to auto size. And this guy should probably be stretch for now. I think I might be putting home record in its own space down here. And the reason I'm putting them inside of panels is it'll allow me to put a background on it if I determine that I want to change how the screen looks. Because I can like here I put these on lighter colored backgrounds so that they have more contrast. Honestly, I think that I might even want to switch over to like a white. I don't know. I'm not terribly. I don't know, I just feel like the thing is I can't go all white. I don't know. It's like it doesn't want to shine solid. It's like translucent. Stop being translucent. You know, don't let the light through, man. You're not white enough. I don't know. I've never actually tried, but I feel like this thing needs to be lower. Oh, I can. Oh, 3. Oops. It's really hard to make this reach far enough down. Still feels off. Oh, 18's going the wrong way. Oops. Ew. No, not 120. Just 20. $21. $41. Still don't think I don't know why this is so not white. Uh, I don't know that it matters if I put any color on there. It's gonna be not white. I mean, I was thinking maybe a gray, but a gray just gets. See, there's like really. I can go really light blue, but those aren't have any. They allow color through also. How do they? I could do yellow. Whoa, that's really yellow. Really turns weird. It's like blue on the other side, and yet it turns red. I mean, ultimately, there's nothing other than white, which tries to be something, but you can't overpower the image behind it. There's no pure overlay. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it looks good with the white though. The off. I mean, if it was pure white, maybe, but it's just not right in its current state. You know, just me, I guess. Home team panel. Home team, home logo, visiting panel. Oh, visiting logo. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's 132. All right. So I'm gonna try. I'm trying to do this next one without. Probably gonna end up regretting it because I always end up putting a panel on these things. But laziness wins out. What's gonna win the day here? And then we're gonna add. And then this is going to be a smaller text, obviously. It has to be, because it just wouldn't look right if it wasn't. What if I just take those out? Oh, it wants to do fixed width? Can't do just stretch? Oh, I can't do that because I'm not inside because I was taking the lazy way out. Uh, you take the lazy way out and then look what happens. You regret it. Just like I said I would. I knew it was going to happen. All right, well, I guess I have to do these. That's silliness. But now I know. Let's go back over here so I can see the borders. Yeah, that's what I want. And then we'll say center, center. And ultimately I could just increase the top and the bottom. $45. And do I have to do bold though? I think I have to do bold because I think it's gonna carry over unless I do a regular text. I should change that. I probably should just do a regular text. Let's do a just go to scoreboard. This one's gonna be you know what? I'm score normal. I'm gonna go score large. There we go. And then we're gonna go over to the abbreviation. Oh no, not the abbreviation. But the record. And then we're going to go score normal. There we go. There we go. I like it. And then this one is still a little bit too much. I don't think we're going to have that problem because it's just going to be centered text all the way across. And these are all abbreviations. Like Den, I mean, they're 3-letter abbreviations. None of them are going to get that far across the screen. It's just never going to happen. I could just say, Beeb. Oops. I'm going to leave them as dots because I want to know when it's not working. So I won't know if it's not working if it doesn't have something there. Home team abbreviation, visitor team. This is abbreviation too. All right. And so this guy should be the same settings as that one, which is stretch. Center. Textile plier. This one's going to be large. And And then this guy is going to come out here. He's going to get his percent. Right, transform. And wait, what? Shoot, did I do that? No. I blew it up. Nope, that's gotta go away. This guy is supposed to get a percent. And what is the same? I want it to be the same as the other one. 45, 42 on that. 45, 42. And left. And right. Okay, I think we have everything. Oh no, I gotta put in a down and distance thing too. I actually was thinking maybe if I did it like, no, I'm gonna stick with, oh, wait a minute. So they need to be 3 buttons that go gray. Yeah. We'll say 0, 0. And this guy is going to also be home record. 0, 0. But troops, I'm wrong again. my brain is leaving things out. It's leaving things out and causing me consternation. So this one, let's score normal. How come it's got bolder zeros? Did I not change this one yet? Oh. Nope, I haven't changed that one yet. Yeesh. I don't know. But that said, I need to put them back in here like I was going to do in the first place. Apparently this is wrong too. Did I not put a textile applier on him either? I did not. Oops, wait. Maybe I did. Where's it at? Oh, nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This one. And that is. It's score large. How come that one looks... Is it auto size? Oh, it's a little bolder. Okay. Still look a little weird to me, though. What's different? No. No. There's nothing that implies they're different. They just don't look the same. Probably because they're sitting on different backgrounds. That one's got a light background and it's making it look bolder. Huh. All right. Sure, maybe. Still looks wrong. But I don't think it's wrong. Score large. They're both using score large and textile normal. Is my box different? My parent panel? That's probably what it is. $13,632. Well, left and right is different, but that shouldn't make a difference for such a small space. 13.6. Huh. Shouldn't, but who knows? A little different. I guess we'll see what happens when it actually displays them. Okay, let's make sure everything looks good in the simulator view. It's pretty tiny. But that's what's going to happen when you're working with a tiny app, when you're working with a skinny phone. It'll work on a skinny phone. It's just going to look a little weird on a skinny phone because you're on a skinny phone. That's got to use kind of a wider phone. And I'm building it in landscape mode. Oops, look at my helmet jumped off the screen. Did I not set that correctly? Apparently. One of my spots is no longer where it's supposed to be, so I got to see what's, I got a different setting. Everything else looks like it's fine. But yeah, it's going to be tough to... Oh, wait a minute. Where the heck is the score going to go? What the heck? What am I missing here? What? How did I miss the score? I still got to put score on there, and I got to put the distance, the down and distance on there, and I got to put my timeouts on there. So I got a little bit more to go here. Oh, there's like a big box where score should be. Oh, you know what? I think that top spot has to be score. Yeah. Huh. You got to put score in a prominent place, right? I mean, I could break it up, but I feel like no. All right, I got to make an adjustment. So I need the score, home score and visiting score. Okay, so again, I could probably just do it with this one. I could just change the names of those. The home team panel. Because why not? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put record. I am going to take this and put it, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? All right. We're going to say home score. And then we're going to take another one of these. Put it up here. And we're going to call this one visitor. Visitor score. It should be identical sitting on top of it, except here we're going to go score as well. And in here, same thing. By leaving it in a panel, I could do cool stuff, like maybe put a glare, a flare around it. I could do something to make it interesting. But for now, I'm not. But I have that option now. I have the coolness factor possibilities. So what this is going to be is a number. I wonder if I can change. I think there's a... I mean, you can't enter anything in, so it's just going to be text. So I guess we'll just say 0. And then we're going to go visitor score 0. And it is already set at the large. It's already set there. The only thing I can do is possibly make it bigger. But it's already stretch, which means this panel would just have to get bigger for that to be. And I think these panels are already kind of large. So short of trying to remove spacing or something. Is there spacing in here? There's no obvious spacing in here. I don't see padding or anything. Min, max. Mapping, overflow. Oh, something happened to my my logo, my home team logo panel too. What is different here? Why did you move? Are you not inside of the thing you're supposed to be inside of? Because my I wonder if, was it fluky? No. It's consistently jumping off the screen, but only that one is jumping off the screen. Why? Why does that jump off the screen? Why are you being like that? Why? What did I do to you? I don't care about the text. Show me that. Visitor. Oh, it's not even the right one. That's a visitor. And home. Right, but why? What are you? Is it? Home logo. Visitor logo. But look at the. How come? Oh, that's how far it is from the left and right. But it doesn't make sense. They're inside of this big thing here. So why? All right, the only way I can see this is to do this. See? Now we're like way the heck off. Oh. Something totally went bonkers with the home logo there. Stretch, stretch. Stretch, stretch. It's like something is totally not right. Why? What are you doing? What are you doing to me, man? Just totally inverting itself. And that's the whole panel doing it. It's not just the image underneath. It's like the image is fine. It's the panel that's totally skroinking itself. Oh, ugly mugly, come on. Unity, you're being so mean. Why do you have to be mean? What is... I don't even know what to adjust here. It's like... What is it doing? It's like it's the right side that got totally flunkied. See, it's right. 31.3. That's like correct, sort of. I mean, I kind of may have overshifted. But why? See, and then it's all weird here. What is going on? Why is that fritzing out on me, man? Am I inside, or I mean, if I'm in the wrong object, I can see what's, but something is not functioning correctly for that. What if I take that off? We'll leave it at stretch. 0, 0, 0, 0. And then I'm going to add it back. Costco. Hold on. Hello?
Hello, Kenneth?
Yes.
Hi, this is Rhonda calling from the Costco Pharmacy in Woodinville.
Yes.
Hi, looks like you have an item ready for pickup. I'm calling today about our new pay ahead option. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, my wife does it.
Okay, perfect. Well, then you already know.
Yes.
All right, awesome. You have a great day.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. I don't know what that was, but okay. I'm going to try again to see if just rebuilding this will fix it. I don't know what the heck was going on. How come I can never get my brain to do this? Because it's always backwards. Okay. Well, will that swap out correctly now? Yeah, look, it's working. I don't know what was going on with that. It was just wonkied. But apparently it's fixed now. So just rebuilt it. Sometimes Unity's like that. Hey girl, how's the girls doing? Oh, they're off. They're out of here. That was fun. All right. Okay, so that's score. Let's bring the. So we have this. Let's go ahead and push this guy down. What we're gonna do, I think, is I'm going to put the visitor score back in here. Or, no, not the visitor score. Nope. Visit home record. I'm going to put the home record back in with the home. Nope, not in the logo. In the team panel. And we're going to put it after the abbreviation. And Then I'm going to take home logo, or not home logo, dang it, home team. And we're going to bring the bottom down to the other panel. We'll go 41. And then we'll bring the top down. I actually think I want this to be a little bit bigger. We're going to actually go like 42. We're going to, oops, nope, 38. Get that full box in there. And we'll try to use up as much of this space as we can. And then we're going to take home record. And instead of stretch, we're just going to go right stretch. And I got to get rid of this. And we'll say 0.4. And honestly, I think what I want is to shrink this so that the record is smaller. So we're going to go 0.2. 0.8. Might not be enough. Yeah, no, I guess that'll probably be good. Okay. And then with a home abbreviation, I'm going to take that guy and go all right stretch instead. And we'll go .5. I'll set you to 0. And home record is actually overlapping it. So I need to go it does seem a little big. What is, I'm using normal and this one is using large. That seems big though. Is this one not doing auto size or something? It's an auto size. And this one's normal. Normal doesn't bold, right? Nope. Large bolds. Probably because I'm just doing dashes instead of zeros. All the little nitty bitties to get things to look right. I want this to be bigger. But I need room for this to be longer. Know what I'm saying? That's only going to be 3 letters. This is only going to be, this could be more, but I want it to be smaller. So in order for that to happen, I think I'm going to have to shrink its height some more. I think I just want it to be shorter. .25. So 5. Got to be careful about getting too much because when I go into shrunk mode, these things are going to get really, 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 really tiny, right? So like if I go here, it's going to be darn right tiny, tiny. I mean, it's readable, but it's not fantabular. So there is that. No fantabularism. I'm tempted to not resize, not do this again. I'm tempted to just copy it and move it to the other side because then it'll already be set and sized. So this would be the score, the name, the record, which will be go in there with the name. And then under here will be what down and distance and timeouts. I'm thinking I'm going to put timeouts right there. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and create a, let's do that. Let's first do the thing here. So we got, and we're going to put this down here. Instead, we're going to get rid of that one and get rid of that one. And then we're going to just take this copy and bring it down here. And then this guy is just going to shift, which is just the left and right, getting shifted all the way to there. And there. All right, there you go. Easy peasy. I do got to rename that though. So we're going to go visitor team panel. Visitor abbreviation. Oh shoot. There's one that is game specific that I wanted to put on here too. Good gurgly murgly. Huh. 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 I may have to add another value. Okay, another field somehow. I want to put the user ID. What you doing, girl? What you doing? You're both down there. You're right under my chair. You know, if I roll backwards, somebody's getting squished by my chair. Somebody's getting squished by my chair if I roll backwards. You guys got to be careful about being right next to the legs. Ow, ow, no biting. No biting. No biting, girl. Oh, you're just rolling over and giving me your belly to rub. Huh? You like a rubbing belly? I know. I'm going to play with my pups. And they're over here wrestling behind me. Right under the legs of my chair, so I can't roll backwards. Or somebody's going to go yelping. All right, so let's do... All right, let's go ahead and create the next thing. Let's go ahead and add blah, 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 blah. We'll go another UI canvas panel. We're going to go home timeouts. And then I got to go down to my images. Textures, application images. This one? Nope. Button images? Nope. I don't think my stuff is very well organized here for images. Scoreboard? Aha, probably this one. All right, let's see. I think it's in that one. Okay, so I probably should go with something kind of bold, huh? Some like the red ones, maybe. Oh, they should probably be buttons, huh? Because I gotta All right, so we'll probably need buttons and button images. Okay, so we're gonna go like that, home timeout. We're gonna go canvas. Do they need to be buttons? Or, huh? If they're buttons, I can do things like have them be in different states, but they're not actually clickable. They're not actually clickable. I think these images are all the same, but because with the images, can you just, oh wait, did I move the wrong one? I think I did. Darn me. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. They're the same setting, so it doesn't matter. I don't have anything plugged into anything yet. I will, but I don't. All right, so that's going to be another one. I got to do a rect transform on. And so we got to go all the way over to there. And all the way over to there. And then all the way up. And all the way down. And all the way clear. And then I got to decide how I'm doing these buttons. I don't know if they should be images or if they should be buttons. Images don't have as much control, but I feel like images can be given enough of a thing. All right, let's just try this. I don't know. Let's just stick these in here. I feel like you can do it with images. I'll probably have to ask AI. TO1 image. TO2 image. And TO3 image. Home timeouts panel. And why aren't they showing? They don't exist. They don't exist. What's the problem here? Do I need a canvas renderer on all of them? Yeah, those aren't images. That's the problem. I think I just need to add me a an image field. Let's try this again. There. And these guys can go away. GO1. Because I'm thinking you can disable a button. That's why I was thinking these would be better off as buttons. But then I would have to have codularly disable the buttons, but then I don't want the buttons to do anything. So I don't know, can I just make it appear like they're disabled? I don't know what's better. If I should use buttons? I don't know. I don't know what the proper approach here is. If I should set them up as as buttons or not. I don't know. How come my image didn't shrink? It's like, I know I set it shorter. I made it smaller. Oh, that's just one of them that shrank. Oh, never mind. Okay. So this is probably going to have to be something like, you know what? I think what I want to do is this. We're going to go add a aspect ratio fitter. We'll say height controls width. Or height controls width, sorry. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. And then we'll do the same thing on that one. Okay. And then middle center, we're going to go left stretch. Actually, I don't know what to put here because it's going to make itself go off screen. Because as it reshapes and sizes. This one should be stretch center, which I can then do 0, 0. And then this one should probably be right stretch. See, it's way off. I don't want it to be far off. I want them to be next to each other. I want them to behave and be friends. You know what? I can do this. I'm going to try this. All right, I'm going to do something different. I don't normally like to do this, but we're going to try it. I'm going to take this panel. We're going to make it smaller. Hint. $66. That won't be centered in my space though. Let's go 70. Whoa, that's way too much. 67. That's not bad. All right, so we know we pull this one back to like 28. Too much. 29. There we go. Oh, that's good. All right. I wonder if they should be bolder colored. I wonder if I should use these other images instead. Something brighter. All right, let's try that. Let's see what happens if I try this other image, timeout 5. And a little bit more fiery contrast. It's actually not bad. Okay, so let's copy that. We'll call it visitor timeouts. Visitor timeouts panel. And then that one just needs to shift to the other side. Probably should make them about the same size though, huh? 2967. What is that? So that's like, how does this look when we shrink it? Are they visible? You can see them. They're not greatly visible. They are a little bit tiny, but they are visible. They almost need a glowy look. Something even more contrasty. What if I use, I like those, but maybe I should use this one. Let's see if they look any different. Let's see what that looks like. I feel like they're not changing. Can't really tell, huh? They're so small. They almost need a, they need a glowy effect. Something that makes them pop. I don't really have. I mean, because when you shrink this down, I mean, it's going to be visible, maybe. with the right, I mean, like, yeah, you wouldn't even be able to tell what they were. I could try to make them on the big screen bigger. I should probably just do that. Right now, they're going to be controlled height and size, height and width. But what I probably need to do is make them have more space. So that they can be bigger. So what if I go, nope, wrong one, dang it. So we want bottom to get, I have room on the bottom, so let's take it all the way down. And then I can spread them apart. I mean, I like the idea of using that little spot, but you can't really tell that I'm not. So 28 to 66 is, what, 38? So as long as my other one is 38. We should be good. So 38. So we're gonna go. What did I do? 28.4 to 66. Oh no, that's not. Oh, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. Bottom is 21.4. I gotta move this to 21.4. 21.4. And then to get a similar separation, 66 and 28. 6.4. 28, 24. We're not quite our relative positions aren't the same. That's what you get with AI. Well, actually, I think human drawn probably wouldn't be a lot better, actually, because I think human drawn would also be a little off, maybe even more so. I don't know which one's better for the purposes of appearance, honestly. I think the gold ones are more visible, but I like the gems. I do. I like the gems better. But are they easier to see? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Probably yes. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to this one. I'll set them all the same. I don't know how I'm going to. I think what has to happen is I need to replace the images. And then I could have done it with a different color image, like a black image or something, but or red image or any other kind of image, but it's going to be harder with stones. Now I do have some in here, but I don't know if they're any better. No, I didn't really keep the images on that one. I'm going to have this. It's just a marker. I don't really have a purpose of it. That's a flamey ball of flamey balliness. A flamey ball of flaminess. Is that better? Let's see what that looks like. Flamey ball of flaminess. Let's see if flamey ball of flaminess is any you know, at this size, it's just really, I think ultimately the problem is it's just not bright enough. I think they just need to have some brightness. I don't know how to turn up the brightness on an image. I think maybe put a brighter background on it. I think somehow the light of the background is shining through, even though I don't have these images set up to do that. See, they're 100%, but there's something about Unity that lets the light in the background filter through. You don't actually fully overwrite. And I think that's kind of part of the problem. I think, I mean, I'm going to continue. I guess I'll switch to these ones just because I've already started, but trying to get maximum color visuality. I mean, I think they work. They're just a little, you know, I guess when you work on a small screen, that's what you get. What you see is what you get. That's your life as a miniature phone user. Okay, so we need to do a possession marker. So I need 3 more things. I need down and distance, which I don't think I need separate fields for. It's just down and distance. And so I'll put it in as a single text. And then I also need possession. So I have a possession marker I want to use, and it's actually designed for this view here. So we're going to go here and we'll just go image, and we'll say possession marker image. That's this guy. Active team marker. And now the trick with this one is I got to get it pretty much exactly right for this to work. Honestly, I don't know if that actually crops it. Honestly, I think I may have to do this. Let's close that. I don't know if you can crop in here. There's some stuff you can do in here. I know you can remove background, but I don't know if you can crop. There you go. Little bit of crop. Okay, so now this is the tricky part. I'm going to have to figure out how to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to set two. I'm going to say, I'm just going to make them active and inactive. This way I can put them exactly where they need to be, and I'm not going to be trying to mess with trying to position it. So we're going to say home possession, home possession. There's 4 S's in possession, right? There's just 1 S. Is it possession or is it possession? Okay. Spell pose. Oh, no, that says it's 4 S's. Okay, never mind. It's 4 S's. And we got to add another. I think this one has to hold. We're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to let we're going to go aspect ratio, fitter. Nope. Never mind. I need this guy. Why isn't it showing? Why is it weird? Oh, if I see what the problem is here. It's me trying to be clever again. If I want this to hold... All right, I'm going to have to zoom in big time for this one. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, I got to get rid of that one. Add percent rect transform. And then we gotta go bottom, which I'm not gonna do yet. We're gonna go left and right. And top. And maybe a little too much on the bottom. Let's go a little bit more. Yeah, it looks pretty aligned. I'm not sure though. I almost feel like that's the wrong image. I feel like I had an image that didn't cut. I mean, that'll work, but I mean... I thought I cut the entire thing. But this feels like it's not the entire thing. See how I have this little bar up here? Oh, you know what it is? I think... Let's try something. Shimmy Christmas, I cannot. I did squish this. Stop it. I can't. My brain sometimes does not understand what the heck I'm doing. That feels way too tall. What if I stretch it? The thing is, I feel like if I stretch it, it's going to lose any kind of coherency. I would definitely make it very clear who's got the ball. I think part of the problem, I think I need to look at the original image because I'm confused. Do I have the original image? I'm trying to. What am I expecting you to see? What is it that I think I'm seeing that's wrong? All right, well, let's see here. So we need to figure out what it is I think I'm looking at. That's not it, but we're close. Is that one it? This one, nope. Actually, that might be it. Nope, that's not it. That one? Nope. That one. I think that's it. Okay, this is the one I'm supposed to be looking at. Okay, so this is the source image. And I cut off and replaced. I basically cut this out and replaced it with a piece from this side. And so that it would look like it was, you know, glowing where it should be. But I'm wondering, I think this piece is not the one I had originally cut out, but I don't know if I kept it. Because so this piece is supposed to be just the bottom, I think. But I do believe I cut a piece that was more. And this would probably help it not look so weird. It is pretty distinctively large, though. I will say that. I mean, just looking at. So I think my right needs to go up. It's basically supposed to be about right there. And then the left needs to go back to where it matches. Okay. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. So now I need to copy that. It's interesting, but it just occurred to me that it's not designed. I almost need a right and left version because it's not really designed to. You can't. Can you flip an image? Can you flip an image just by inverting it? I might be able to. I don't know if that's allowed. Is that an okay thing? Just flip over the image. All right, so we're going to call this visitor. Visitor. I think you asked me that once before. Thank you. I think you came in the past with that same starting line. It sounds familiar to me. Oh, okay. So you can't flip an image. See, I did this. It did not flip. It's like, no, we're not flipping over that way. You cannot have a backwards image. Whatever. So do I need to go create a mirror image of this thing? Great gurgly murgly. Okay, so I think I need to go create a mirror image of this. I mean, because I don't think it, yeah, it's not defined for that. 36 years. I'm sure someone's seen him, unless of course he's no longer with us, but somebody has seen him. Now whether you, oh, you know what? This looks like it does tilt out on both sides. See, it tilts out there and it tilts out there. I'm gonna try it. Let's just see how close I can get it to match. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we're gonna go onto this image, and we are going to move it from the right and the left. Do they look about right? Oh, that one's smaller. That one is definitely not as big. Which means I gotta... I mean, the top and bottom should be the same. 80 and 4.2, yeah. What's the width on this? I got basically 69 on that one. It's actually... It's only 67.4. Wait a minute. You mean that one's wider? Wait, what? Home. $67.4. 10 from the left. 69. There's no way that does not look wider. 67. There's no way that looks wider. I don't know why. Is my brain not doing the math correctly? Because the gap between 10 and 77 is 67.4. But this one says it's wider because that says the gap is 69. But that one definitely looks bigger. I mean, it could be not bigger, but it definitely... See, that's definitely wider. There's no way that's not wider. I don't know, whatever the weirdness is, but I'm making this bigger. So that would mean what did I just do? What? Go away. 60. What did I do here? 77.4. Let's go ahead and move this to 77.4. Let's just see what that does. Or 77.7. That actually looks pretty close right there. Hold on, I gotta go check the door. here. Can run on your hair. I'll give you this instead. Give me. Let it go. Drop it. Drop it. Good girl. You don't need sticks. You guys aren't peeing down here, are you? Smells like pee. What'd you do? Who peed? Anyone you better pee down here. I'm saying you kicking that. Where's that going? Better not be peeing down here, guys. Can't tell, but did. You know you're not supposed to be peeing down here, right? You got the doors open. Go out. Do your peeing. Got it? We don't pee downstairs. We don't pee in the house. Well, I mean, unless you're using a toilet. But you guys don't use toilets. No, not going for a walk today. Me and you went for a run today. That's all we're going to do. I'm actually kind of sore from that. All I'm doing is offering pets. Petting. Pet petting. Pet petting is all I can do. Oh, I got to get back to work. All right. Go play. Shoo. Shooby-doo. Shooby-dooby-doo. Shooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. All right. I think we're good. I'm liking it. All right, so with that said, now we have those set. We got the markers set. We got everything. We only have 2 more pieces of information. I need down and distance and user ID. Now, I don't know where I'm putting user ID at the moment, but I do need to put in a block for down and distance. So we're going to put this up here under the home. And home timeouts can go up here too. And then game clock, but that one will stick above all of them. And quarter play clock. I guess we can stick that under game clock. All right. Now we need down, distance, and yard marker. Now some show that. I think I have a space for that. I think I have room for that. But again, it kind of comes down to what kind of room do I want to... It's a lot of information, really. And again, it kind of comes down to what are we looking at? Because this is what you're going to see. Yeah, pretty close, anyway. That's pretty close to what you're going to see on a device. Really, you're only going to be able to see the score and your basic little logos. And that's it. And then the game is going to be running in this screen. So it's pretty tiny, but you know, it's hard to get a lot onto a small phone. That's why you have the option of buying yourself a bigger phone. Then if you have a fold, this is what it'll look like on a fold, so you can see the stuff that's on there. And this is obviously not even as big as, I don't even think that's as big as the phone. Yeah, that's actually smaller than my phone anyway. That's a Fold 4, so yeah, it's definitely going to be kind of a different view. It's better than this screen, though. The bottom screen is more readable. I mean, the actual device screen, if that's, you know, the right resolution. So it is readable, not great. but as much as I can do for the amount of space we have. Now I could theoretically kind of sort of make the scoreboard a little bigger. That would allow things to grow a little, as I've put things in a percentages state so they can grow. But I do need to put in a down and distance marker. And down distance and the yard line. But the yard, it all goes down here. And again, I have to make it big enough that it's going to be viewable. Preferably in a small device. I mean, I guess this is still going to be a problem because this is still probably way bigger than an actual device. This is about what an actual device looks like. I mean, in my view, in your view, it's tiny. You can't see squat. But I'm just saying, in my view, it looks about the right size. But I gotta put in. All right, I gotta put these other pieces of information on here. This is my jumbotron. It's not as jumbo as I would like. I could try to make it even bigger. Some people would make it longer, but the problem is then when I go to tablet mode, then, you know, it'll get, I have to make it fit on this screen in width. And then on that screen, there's plenty of width, but in doing that, it's going to lose height. That's where the candy bar shrinks. It's kind of like trying to figure out the happy medium. I can make this one taller, so when it shrinks on there, everything's taller and it doesn't take as much, but then you're losing game space. Some would say this, seeing the field, is taking up a lot of space, which is probably true, but you don't have to watch it in this view. This view is just a special view. This is a alternate view. Game field, actually, I don't think is that... I'm not sure which one are we showing. Let's go ahead and go to the visitor sideline camera. I think, I don't know which one's active. Probably have to go to, I think I have to go to here. And we'll go to visitor sideline. Okay, I don't know which one's active. Oh, that's all right. So I think maybe it's the ones down here. I don't know which one's active though, and I would think the default one would be active, but I can't tell. Huh. I don't know which one's active, or how do I turn on the actual camera in this view. One of those is the default camera. I don't know which one. I know when the game loads, it's looking at a sideline camera. I don't know why or what has this one showing right now. I set these things up and then I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know how I did this because I'm basically learning everything as I go. But once it's done, I don't have any idea what I did. It's one of those things you have to do lots and lots of times before you're going to remember it, right? And I don't remember it because I've only done it once. I've done these things once. I built a stadium. I built this entire stadium here that I can actually put people in if I want to. I haven't figured out how to do that next, but you know, I could. See, this is an actual stadium. And that's where all my models are going to be playing. In fact, there are actually a couple sitting on the screen, which I need to take off of there, by the way. Their days of being on there for demo purposes are kind of going away. I also got to figure out how to highlight my models so they stand out more on the screen, because right now they are not. They don't. They're dark and they don't contrast very well. I need to get some light on them and figure out how to light them up so that they look more, I don't know, more visible. So I don't know. Maybe I need to put a light on the game somehow to brighten them up, just get some reflectiveness going off of those players. I don't know how to do that. I will. I'll figure it out, but I don't know yet. And I don't know how this is showing. I mean, I don't mind looking at it this way. I think it's cool. But if I wanted to swap around, it'd be kind of cool too. So, so I can hide this at the moment. And let's put in a down and distance on there. Actually, both of those should be hidden, but I like to see all my stuff for now. Everything will just be turned off at the game start. So let's go and add one more. Do I want to use this a panel again? Down and distance. Yeah, all right, let's use a down distance and yard. Let's just do it. Let's do another panel. What the heck? I'll do panel. Down, dist, yard, panel. And then we'll add to this one. We're going to add a text mesh. This will just be down and dist. And we'll say first and 10. I'm purposely keeping we're going to go stretch. Cut. And we're going to go down here. Add percent rect transform. And oh nope, wrong one. Text TEX plier. And that one will be the score normal. And we're going to go with that one. And yeah, we're going to go center. Oh, we certainly don't need them higher than a max. Max 72 is pretty big. Oh, is that why the 15 didn't get bigger? Is that because it's at a max of 72? Interesting. All right, so let's go back here. Add component. Percent rect transform. Now, this one needs to go all the way down to there. Bottom, come all the way up to there. And then the left goes all the way to, we'll use up our space as best we can, so we'll go there. And then right goes all the way to there. Okay, so then I need to, actually, I need to add another one. What would be a proper way to show what yard line you're on. Sometimes they do things like own and opponent, but you can see I'm running out of space. So I don't want to have too much. It is all going on. I'm not working with a giant television here. I'm working with screens. Now, yes, what I could do is have the option of turning some stuff off, which would make things maybe get bigger. Maybe. I don't know if it would actually, because the fields are all kind of set in their own ways. There's nothing pushing things out of the way, unless it got bigger by way of using a. I could do it in a sense of using a horizontal layout group. Therefore, if you turn things off, it'll give more space, but it won't get them bigger because it's height that matters. And I can't turn off height objects because my stuff is the height that it is. I can only get so narrow. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to matter. I mean, there's only so much you can see, but. So, yeah, let's take this one. I'm actually not going to go full. I'm going to go. Let's go 0.5. Oh, that pushed it the wrong way. I'm tempted to make it smaller though. You know, the own 40, opposing 40. Do I need to swap it? Should the sides be mirrored? I didn't even think about it. Should they be mirrored? Should I put record on the inside on the right and because it's on the inside on the left? Do things look better when they're mirrored than when they're... Is everything always mirrored? I don't know. I feel like sometimes they're mirrored, sometimes they're not. And then what I'm looking at here is the only thing that's mirrored is the score, but I don't even have mirrored on the score because my score is right up here. Again. Why are you making this so much more difficult than it needs to be? You know, I feel like my max size for my text is holding me up. It's not allowing my text to get bigger. I'm gonna check. Let's see if making my max text size changes my score. Look, see, that can get bigger. It looks like 89.5 is as big as it'll go. So I can actually go. There. So that would mean my clock can possibly get bigger too. There you go. I just realized that my what is that? Oh, my team name is not centered. Home team abbreviation is not centered. Oh, it is centered. Why does it not look centered? Is that just because the dash doesn't land in the center? It must be because it is centered. All right, so that, yeah, now my scores are a little bit more better, and those are the most important thing, right? How much time is left and what the score is. After that, you know, it's all relative. It's all relative. Okay, so let's go ahead and try. All right, let's go ahead and put the another text. And this one's going to be. Yard line, empty. And do I want to use this one? I don't even, I mean, I have the information. I know my game session returns it. But I don't know. Do I need it? I'm going to actually go with this. I'm going to put a horizontal layout group on here. And then we'll say control child width. And we're going to go ahead and just set these to be. Wait, do I have? Oh. Yeah. We'll go. Okay. How come I can't set the height on this? I want it to be stretch height, but do I have to use a layout element? Fine. Guess I can control height. And that one is going to be. What do they kick from now? The 35? That would be misleading, huh? Because arrows, I mean, obviously you can tell which way they're going. I mean, they're going that way. Well, no kidding, they're facing that way. So that doesn't work. So own 35 or opponent 35. They're on their own 35. Now they're all in here, but apparently, for whatever reason, this can control their height. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure why first and 10 took more space than the other one, though. I mean, I do kind of like that it's oh, wow, I didn't even realize I got a weird and ampersand. I got a weird ampersand, man. I've never actually put an ampersand in here before. All right, let's see what that looks like. First and 2, well, that's not bad. It looks pretty good. So now let's, I could move it, but I think I'm just going to go home. It's just easier to create them and just make them visible and not visible. Because it gets weird if you don't. Plus I could do stuff if I want to later. I could mirror them, like put the own 35 on the inside and the outside, you know, kind of like if I have the option if I do a separate one. I can now we just need to move this puppy all the way over to the right. And the left. I mean, I could probably squish it a little bit more just so they're not on the headers. And less overlappy. So hard. I feel like this is just a little too far to the left. I do like them having plenty of space though. guess that's part of the problem. My timeouts are a little off. No. I'll give a little bit more room to view. There we go. Let's try that. A little bit more room, which will be usable when I go here. I have to do the same thing. And I just want to move it over a little bit, like seven. There you go. Let's try that. Let's go a little bit more. And then we will go to the right. All right. I think, are we good? Close enough. I'm thinking a fourth. Fourth might actually be a little bit of a thing, but I don't know. First, second, third, fourth. RD. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we start putting stuff out. We're going to go, well, wait a minute. Okay, so with that said, we got all information except user ID on the board. I'd like to get the user ID on the board so you know who you're playing. And honestly, I'm not sure the best way to do that. You know, if I would have known I was thinking about having a fourth layer, I actually have a fourth layer object, but I don't really want to put it in because it's going to take too much. I'm kind of feeling the lays kicking in. See, I have a fourth layer object right here. But doesn't that just look really busy? For one, this one is thick too, so it ends up with 4 pretty thick ones. There's not a skinny one here, which makes this even taller. It's got 4 layers in the middle. It's too much. That's why I like this one, because it seemed more slick. Well, it's 3. This is just a variation of the one I currently have. This is the one. This one's 4 with 1 thick top layer. But then that would make the user ID would probably stick in the middle here. Score. Don't like it. It's too much. Don't like it. It's not my friend. This is the one I'm using. I edited it though. I changed the style of the endings. And this one put actual characters on top, which is kind of cool, but it really just makes it way too busy looking. And this one, the AI put scores and stuff in there. I'm like, well, that's great, but yeah, gives you an idea of what it could be, but it's not. So I like this though. I kind of like the way this was set up. First, second, and 7. That's kind of nice. I guess I could have I could have copied that in, put that on mine, just cut it out, move it over, put it as its own separate thing. But there's only so much you can put on here, man. Then if I put something in the middle like that, you know, like another thing on here, I could reuse If I don't want it to get bigger, I have to make things fit, right? I could shrink the clock and put first and then put the clock underneath it. That's what one of these channel things did. And then I could put the middle, I could just make that first and 10 and put that in the middle. And then put the user on the bottom panel. Could work. It could. I'd be mimicking a little bit more this. So like this one, you can see it's not very big, but you could see that they put the first and the clock right underneath, but they used a big circle. I'm using an oblong, but I don't know. Do I have enough space under here to put first? It would be kind of small. The other option is I just add a third level, basically put something right underneath this that's essentially this, but put it right there instead. And then it would be my I think that'd be misleading because then I have first the play clock and then the thing. I'm kind of thrown. I feel like I want to put user ID. I just don't know the best way to do it. If I centralized the first and 10, I could put user ID over there. I would need that whole box for user ID though. Because user IDs are going to be kind of long. I think it would be cool to have the user ID though. It's the fact that I want it so bad that's going to make me do something here. And I don't really want to use more space. I want to use the same space. What does this look like when it shrinks? I mean, what can I expect, man? That's about it. The other option is I could have I don't know. There's got to be a solution. This is small, but I feel like it's I mean, not everybody's going to have a phone this small, right? I mean, this is a skinny phone. Everybody's phone gets thicker. Beyond this, they all get thicker. This is kind of like the worst case scenario, in my opinion. I mean, there are smaller phones, and I'm sorry, guys, if you're using a microphone, you're going to have a microphone. If you're using a microphone, I don't know what to tell you. It's just, I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, it'll work. It's gonna be hard to see, and I don't think I can adjust for smaller than this. This is already just readable enough, and that's only if you have good eyes. I could make it bigger, get rid of the stadium, and just make it more viewable. But it's just a lot of information for you for the game. And some games, they really squish stuff. I guess that's why they put it on the bottom, but that just hides field because the field is narrow too. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can do on a skinny screen. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I actually do want. I think I got to go with user ID, which means I got to see if I can get the first and 40 underneath the clock, and then I can maybe shrink the FCL. Maybe I don't show the FCL on a smaller screen. I mean, I think it's cool, but I think it might be too much. All right, let's. Oh God, I hate doing that. I hate changing my mind after doing all that work. But I'm missing a field, and I need it. So let's try it. Okay, so now that I'm getting all the parts in place, and the next step after this will be populating this, getting it all loading up from the actual roster load. I do have the roster load and the game start plan and the logos load, but nothing else loads. So, all right, let's go here. We're going to go to game clock. We're going to try, and let's see, what do I have? Laser score, timeouts. We have quarter and play clock panel, which I'm actually going to put inside here. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put a horizontal layout group on this. And then we're going to say bam, bam. And then we're going to go in here. And we're going to go here. And that has no sizings. Kind of here. And that has no sizings. Right? No sizings. So why must be that it's not sitting in there correctly. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the logo out, put it over here. Or actually, better yet, we're going to go like this. Game clock panel. How about central time panel? And then we're going to go, I'm going to create a new panel in here. This will be the clock panel. Time. I'm going to put this here. We're going to put both of these in here. And we have those two. We're going to do a... do I want to do a vertical layout group? No, maybe not. So we're going to do really can't use this center spot, so I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. And then the top kind of a little bit too, because we don't We're not going to be able to use that. That's like dead space. And I want my box, stop it, to be able to show what it can actually use. Of course, the other option is, the other thing to consider is that it's, so we got Central Time. And this one, I think I'm going to actually set it to the left a little bit further. So we're going to go zero. We'll try that. And then while we're at it, we're going to bring this to a 3. That's going to skinify it. No, we don't want to do that. That is 4. Well, let's we got room. Let's go play with what we got. I could maybe do a 3-9 or something, just to make sure it's not to get maximum space out of it. And then we'll go to this one, which now has to be nope, wrong. Nope. This one. Ah, did it again. There we go. And then, so that puts my clock. But now this guy needs to be width, stretch width. And we're going to go .6, no, 0.4. All right. That's not too bad. It looks pretty much what I want. And then I gotta fix this guy, who is way out of marker. He's gonna be bottom. He's also gonna be stretch across. So, okie dokie. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. That needs to go away. There you go. All right, so we're looking pretty decent, except put a horizontal layout group on this. Quarters on the right. How come these aren't lined up right? Oh, that's play clock. And, oh, we're on the wrong order here. Let's push it down think overall we're not bad, except I think my main panel is too far off the screen. We need to bring that over from the right a little bit. And it's not bad. Let's go ahead and take the main panel and remove the background from it. That wasn't it? The time panel. All right, so wouldn't be so bad if my play clock was on the screen. So it's like a little too far over. So I did put a horizontal layout group on these. For whatever reason. They are not, is it because they're not centering in their space? Let's center them in their space. Oops. Oh, he's already centered in his space. So he is just not getting the space, man. His trick is he almost needs to be his own panel. He's already a panel, but I mean, in order for me to create the illusion of it being a positionable clock, I need a panel in a panel. I always hate panels in panels. It's like, it's too many panels. I'm going nuts with all the panels, man. Just panel and panel and panel. Here's a panel, there's a panel, everywhere's a panel. All right, so this one's going to be a nothing background. And this guy's going to go in there. And this guy is just going to be the, call him the play clock panel. And that'll be play clock background panel, which I guess at this point I can just take this guy and move him up because it's not going to matter. And then that guy can actually just be an image. Because this, how am I going to do this? I'm so annoyed. Okay, so if I want this guy to be in my panel, we're going to have to make him a fixed width, like maybe 70. And then he has to be in the center. Which would mean I can go 0, 0. Which does work if I can make this panel wider now. I'm not sure why he's not wider. Why is he not wider? That's wider with a D. I don't think it matters, but just in case somebody thinks I'm saying wider with a T. The idea is that I can make this bit bigger, but the problem is I don't know why All right, let's take the horizontal layout group off. That's not working. And then we'll go here, and we're just going to go .5. Oops. Wait. Oh. Oh, it's supposed to be stretch. Stretch left. No. Why is this inverted like this? So we got vertical stretch. Why did it invert? It's supposed to be 1, 0? I don't know what's going on. What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's hurting my head. My head is getting painful. Why did it? Oh, maybe it's not inverted. Oh, maybe it's inverted the wrong way. Maybe this is supposed to be 0. And this is supposed to be 0.5. Let's try that one. Maybe it's inverted the other way. Ah, there we go. My brain's hurting less now. So we'll stretch. Whatever. That. Now this one should be 0.5 on the other side. And then we go 0, 0, 0. No. Oh, did I stretch the wrong way? Oh, did I stretch wrong? I'm supposed to be stretching this way. Right, so 0. Okay, so we got that right. Now we just got to put this guy, 0.5. No? Yes. Ah, found it. But we're still off. It's okay because that one's off a little bit. So I think ultimately I need to move this whole box over slightly. Let's try doing that. Let's move my box over a little bit more to the right. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. It's a painful got it, but I got it. I still feel like that's kind of small. I don't know why that one's so small. I mean, why is it smaller than the other one? I mean, this guy's got a... We got... That one's 84. See, that one's only 46. Whoa, is that really that much different? Oh, 56 and 46. Yeah, it's 10 smaller. But why? they're all stretching vertically. I mean, I guess I can give it more room, say something like 80. Would that allow it to get bigger? And then, oh, we're up to 53 with that. Oh, okay. It's almost the same size. Let's try 90. Does that bring it all the way up? Ah, there we go. Now we're all the same size. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I do kind of think, what do I want to do here? What can I adjust? I wonder if I can do something like just move it slightly up. Slightly up. So that would mean my clock, instead of being 0.4, would be 0.45. Oh, it shrinks my clock though. I don't really want my clock to shrink. I want my clock. I like the size of my clock. Just feel like I have some space to play with here. The only other option is maybe to bring the bottom up on the main panel by like going from the bottom to a 74. All right, let's try 5. Ah, damn it. My clock, I don't like it that my clock is going off screen. That's what's bugging me. You can't even really see it, but I can. My eye says that corner of the clock is not in the zone. It doesn't look right. It's like I'm like, no, it can't be off. If I could use, I'm trying to use this space. That's what I'm trying to do. Figure out how to get it to use this space without shrinking my game clock. I don't want my game clock to shrink. And that's the big problem here. Anything I do that moves it up is good, but I'm trying to figure out how to do this without breaking my game clock. Thing is there padding? I don't know. I feel like there's space being lost here somewhere. And I don't know what it is. I can't see where we're losing space. See, there's no padding. There's no side paneling, spacing, nothing. Horizontal mapping, vertical overflow. There's none of that. Is there extra settings? What is some extra settings? Is there spacing on here? There's margins, but I don't have any margins. They're not on. So there is stuff. No extra padding. I don't know what this is. What is kern? I don't know. What does nothing do? Nothing does nothing. I don't like it. My brain is gonna butt break if I leave that alone. What if What if I let the bottom overlap? Will it do that? What if I let it overlap a little bit? And just go. Oh, nope. Doing the wrong thing. This is the one I want. Whoa, whatever that did, it made my lower panel jump out of the screen. What the heck? What just happened there? My play clock jumped out of the screen. Why? That's weird. Why did it? Is it because of the overlap? It doesn't like overlapping the components? It must have. Something pushed it off the side. There's no reason for it. It's stretched center. Oh yeah, I just doesn't like it. It's being finicky. I just want to use the space, man. That's all I want. I just want to use the freaking space. There's all this space here. I just want to use it, but you're not letting me. You're being mean. Yeah, there's no reason for it to jump off like that. It jumped off because I moved the clock. Or because I moved this field up. Watch, if I go back here, does it immediately correct itself? Nope, it's still off. What the heck? What is going on? It's like that is right, but what's in it is wrong. What? Okay. But we're like totally off. I don't know why I had to do that. That is weird. But I think I'm going to leave it. I think that's good. Only problem is it might get distorted because I actually put hard-coded values in. Alright, well, I guess it's there. Alright, so we did that part. Alright, so let's move on to the next. The next thing is I'm going to take my down and distance markers. We're just going to put one of them. I'm going to move it from here. And here. And we'll take some more, we'll get some more height out of it. All right, so I like that. Um, we're gonna go with that. We'll see how it works with the Own 35. It's a little bitty. It's a little crowded there. I don't know why it's so crowded. Probably trying to fit too much. Let's go here. We're just gonna remove the home. And then we're going to try and expand my left a little bit. So let's go to 5 and a little to the right. 5 again. Why are they so crowded? It's like 1 second I'm getting them, I'm getting it too much. Maybe I need to shrink it a little bit. Let's see. Will it shrink a little if I take the top down to say 8? 4? I think these are all set up as auto size, right? Yeah. It's just, there's no space. I think I do have a, let's put some padding in here. I think I was using a horizontal spacer. Yeah, let's go 5. There we go. That's a little better. Let's move it a little bit more. Let's go 10. Don't want to go too much because that'll get all bloated. All right, we're almost there. Almost there. Now we just need one more field. We're gonna go new, go text image, and we're just gonna go user ID, home, user ID, TMP. And then we're going to take that, we will add a percent right transform again, and we'll say text applier, go here, this will just be a score normal, and then oh, you know what I should have done? Should have just used the other text and renamed them. They were already in position. Instead of whacking them. Which is good because this is going to allow for a little bit more space than that would have. And then we will go to the text. And let's go. Should I try 5? You need to give it a little extra room because text doesn't take up the entire box usually. We'll try that. And then we'll go from the left. I'll say 7. just because I want to get off the edge. And then we'll say 7.4. 7.4? 7.5. Nope, 7.3. All right. Okay. All right, we'll save that. And hopefully I can get whatever user IDs in there. Maybe I'll have to count how many this is. 4, 8, 12, and limit the user ID so nobody's user ID exceeds 15 or so. Now, user IDs right now are not customizable. Sorry, guys. But I do have some plans to try to make that possible. But first iteration, I'm just going to have it be built by the system. And they're not cool. They're just like USR, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, the problem is you have to be careful because people don't know how to behave. People being gamers, they just always want to have bad words, bad names, be rude. They think it's funny. And it doesn't make fun for everybody. Doesn't like it. And I don't like it. And I want to keep it family friendly, and I don't think a kid or anyone else should be seeing people's obscene user IDs. So if I want them to be friendly enough, I have to figure out how to handle that. So yeah, it's a thing. Such is the way of life. Okay. I think we have it. We have finished. I have finished providing all of my data that's going to be in here. Now I just got to start loading it. That's the next thing. I'll start doing that tonight. I'm going to take a break though for now. That will be the, I built the scoreboard. Yay me. Now to start loading it. And I've already got it loading logos. And I have a lot of this other data that comes in with the initial game session, which I'm already creating. So hopefully I just need to plug it into my new objects, and we should be good to go. Start loading some stuff up from actual game